audience, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Today I have a story for you. Do you want to hear my story?
Yes.
Okay, my story tells about Hansel and Gretel. And this is my story. Once upon a time in a far forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife, and their young two children. The boy's name was Hansel and the girl called Gretel. The woodcutter was poor, that they happily had a little food to eat. So one night, the woodcutter wife said, "We cannot take care of the children anymore. You should take them into the forest and leave them there." The children heard the parents talk and they were scared. "We don't want to live in the forest," they talk it to others. So the clever children came up with the plan to save themselves. So in one night, they quietly filled the pocket with tiny pebbles. In the morning, as the woodcutter took them into the forest, the children dropped all the tiny pebbles all along the way back home. So when the father left them, they had to follow the line, the tiny pebbles to back home. Audience, do you know what happened next?
No.
His wife are surprised to see the children back home, and they say, "We should take them into the forest again tomorrow." Hansel and Gretel were very worried now. "All our pebbles are gone. What do we do right now?" And they cried. "I have an idea," Hansel said. "We can draw breadcrumbs in the sky." So in the morning, when the woodcutter took them into the middle of the forest, the children dropped all crumbs of bread all along the way. But sadly for the children, the animal and bird had eaten up the crumbs. So now Hansel and Gretel walked, but couldn't find the way back home. Suddenly, hidden in the trees, they saw a strange house made by candy, cookies, and everything delicious. "This is a gingerbread house!" cried Gretel happily. The children were so hungry that they started going up the house at once. Now this house actually belonged to an old witch who loved to eat little children. Just as Hansel and Gretel were eating her yummy doors, he pounced on them and locked them inside. "I shall fatten up and eat you!" Ha 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 ha! The wicked witch locked Hansel in a cage. Then she turned to Gretel and said, "Hey you, little girl, help me light the oven. When it's hot, I shall cook your brother and eat him up." Poor Gretel. Gretel quickly thought of a plan to save her brother. Just as the witch bent to check the oven was hot, she gave her big push from behind. The witch fell into the oven with a scream, and Gretel quickly locked open the door with the witch inside. Gretel rescued Hansel, and the two children filled all their pockets with all witch juice. Finally, they managed to find their way back home and gave all the juice for their father and mother. Thanks to clever children, now the woodcutter and his family were never poor or hungry ever again. Thank you audience for hearing my story, and goodbye!
Bye-bye.